Go ahead, brother.
Let me ask
Why
you
is Giuseppe smiling like this, bro? What is wrong with you, bro?
Giuseppe,
Why are
you
you
agree
depressed?
with me. There's no need to come to
Why are
grind.
you depressed, bro?
Again, let me ask you
Mo,
this.
I'm more depressed, if anything, bro. Trust
You're
me.
talking about not coming to grand conclusions. Fine, I understand that, right? But the majority of the players that played today will feature on Sunday. The only two players who won't feature on Sunday that play today is William Saliba and Gabriel Jesus. So when you say he experimented today, where? It's the
And what
same.
does that say about the bench, then, Brandon? What does that say about the bench?
Let him just finish
What
the
do you mean
point.
the bench, bro? We have loads of people out, bro. Stop talking about the bench. The bench.
Oh, yeah.
Can he just finish the point? Guys,
Yeah.
I want to hear Brendan because there's one more thing. Guys, you had 2 players out today. That's about it.
Exactly.
The team that played today, apart from 2 players, will feature on Sunday. So when it's slow and lethargic and just poor like it was today, and it was poor against Bournemouth as well, where does your confidence come from that we're going to all of a sudden turn up against Liverpool? I don't see it right now.
My confidence comes from the fact that for the first time in a long time, we've seen that left-hand side actually playing good football. You had Martinelli and you had Calafiori playing good football. Now, Bukayo Saka, I'm expecting him to be back versus Liverpool. Don't get me wrong. If he's not there versus Liverpool,
he just said he's not there. He just said in the press conference.
Who said that?
I think someone just said. He said actually that Bukayo Saka has not trained and it's unlikely that he plays against Liverpool. But anyway,
we know Mikel Arteta is a compulsive liar, so we don't need to worry about that. Right?
Can someone clip this and send it to me on Twitter? I need this on Twitter.
We know Mikel Arteta lies. He never tells you the truth. He will tell you a player is going to play when he's not going to play, and he's going to tell you a player is not going to play when he's going to play. So I expect Bukayo Saka to be back. When you have the England manager saying he could have played the previous game, and you have Arteta saying he could have played the previous game, I don't know what to say. Why all of a sudden now he can't play this Liverpool game? I think they're saving him for the Liverpool game, and the reason why I'm drawing a positive from this, even though we did win, and it was not, it was ugly. It was a rotten performance, and I'm probably going to speak about it more in depth also later on in my own channel. But I'm simply saying, when we have our left-hand side cooking the way we did, and we have Bukayo Saka on the right-hand side, it's going to be a completely different ball game. You guys are just expecting similar performances every single day. Yes, it doesn't look amazing today.
Okay, I want to hear what Giuseppe, because guys, can you get Giuseppe, please? Because Giuseppe looks so depressed for some reason, guys. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. Before we go to Real Madrid, Giuseppe, please.
He lied to the viewers.
Yeah, just wait. We're not Giuseppe, please.
Why are you trying to?
Just real
Terry,
quick.
you're on mute. You're on mute.
You're on mute, Terry.
Let me get this right. So what?
Sorry, Brand. Sorry. Sam, I've said it in the private chat. We will come to the Real Madrid section, but the word on. All right, relax. It isn't that deep. But the point I'm about to make is that this is on-site feedback for anyone who wants to be a YouTuber. Don't cut between your talking points like Real Madrid, then Arsenal, then this. It becomes a mess for the viewers. We keep it on point, then we'll move to Real Madrid later and keep it clean. Sorry, back to you, Brandon.
So let me get this right then. So what Agal just said there sounds to me like we need Bukayo Saka back on Sunday. And Bukayo Saka being back is going to change our entire fortunes, and it's going to make us look so much better. So my question is Arsenal a one-man team then?
No, but Bukayo Saka is one of the best players in his position in the world, and simply put, having him on the pitch, you're a better team.
No, I get that. But is that what we're saying without Bukayo?
Yes, Brandon. He's the MVP. He's the most valuable player.
Brandon, what the fuck are we doing here?
Brand. I think there's an element of truth that you'll be a better team with him. I was listening while I was in my daughter had a nightmare and woke up. I was just putting her back to sleep, but she kept on asking me who was talking because I had you guys on the phone when I was in there as well, right? Because I wanted to keep up with the conversation. But look, I think this is a combination of things, right? I could see what Arteta was trying to do in the second half. It didn't work. He was trying to invite Shakhtar out so they weren't so defensive. He was trying to pounce on them. Didn't work. It went awfully. I think this is not just about Saka and Odegaard being out, but there's just Sterling is at no form since he's been at your club. Yeah, he's looked really poor every game so far. Jesus looks like a rabbit in headlights. Martinelli, it's like he's getting some goals and an assist, but I wouldn't say he's been consistent. And Trossard, who, listen, for even the people that Arsenal fans who despise Arteta have all said for at least the last 18 months, 2 years, he's one of your best football players at your club. He's been shocking in recent games. This is a combination of a few things all going on at once. You've got a number of players all out of individual form. You've got a team that hasn't quite clicked and the manager isn't quite getting it right. And you've got 2 or 3 of your best players out. So I think if you try and pinpoint it on one of those things, it's just the form of the players, or it's just the manager's system, or it's because those players are out. I think it's a little bit intellectually dishonest, and it's too neat, it's too tidy. I think it's a combination of things. All I wanted to respond to, because I was listening to it while I was out the room, is I understand why Arsenal fans are frustrated, and I think they're absolutely spot on to criticize. I think what Mo said about tonight's game holds a lot of water. But if I was an Arsenal fan looking at this, what would give me confidence you can turn it around? It would be the last 2.5 to 3 years of highly consistent top performances. You have had so many good games, so many good runs of form. I just don't see this. I don't see this as the precursor to Arsenal's demise under Mikel Arteta. I don't personally see that as of right now. So I think there's an element of criticizing where you're at, asking for more. But I'd sort of, what I don't understand is some Arsenal. I get the Arsenal fans who never rated the team, thought you were going to have an average season, don't rate the manager. I kind of get you jumping on this and saying, this is proof that I was right. That makes sense. I'm not even disputing it. That's cool. But any Arsenal fan who's been like, I think we might win the league this year, I think we might win some trophies this year, having a couple of bad games and then going, that's it, we're falling apart. My question to those Arsenal fans is, what the fuck's going on in your head? How can you believe in your team so much, go through a bit of bad form and completely switch? That doesn't make sense to me. Like I've said, if you're an Arteta router, think you got a bang average squad, thought you had a shocking summer, and you're looking at these performances, I completely understand why your train of thought is, I knew this would happen because of all these things. Makes sense, right? I'm not even challenging it. It's the ones who back the manager, who think they've got a very good squad, who are in a little bit of bad form going, I don't know where the next win's coming from. I think the whole season might fall apart. That doesn't compute. No one backs their team to that level, goes through 2 or 3 games of bad form and goes, my mind's changed. That's weird to me personally. I actually don't think you're wrong, Brandon, in a lot of what you've said. I get where Egal is coming from. I'm sort of focused on that weird bunch who back it, but at the first sign of adversity, panic. I don't quite get it personally. I don't know where that comes from. I don't know where it comes from. It's a weird one to me. Giuseppe, to you, what are you saying, bro?
Well, I let everyone. I didn't want to really get involved. These lot all arguing about it. I wanted everyone to get their say in before I went. Listen, it is the one thing I'll say about Arsenal. What we're missing right now is inspiration. It's clear to see there's no inspiration going forward, and I think you've taken 2 of the most inspiring players out of the team in attack in Bukayo Saka and Odegaard. You're bound to see a drop off in that. I think players have just, like you said, players are just not performing well. Like Trossard, I'm sorry, man. I heard, I was talking to Souls and that in the chat, and he's trying to back it, saying he had an all right game. He was shit. He was crap. He was rubbish. He was one of the worst players on the pitch against Bournemouth, and he was pivotal in costing us that game. And he was pivotal in almost costing us this game. When he stepped up to the penalty, I said to myself, why is this guy taking the penalty? He's been crap. And I know sometimes these pity penalties, you don't do pity penalties when you're 1-0 up in the Champions League night, mate. You do a pity penalty when you're 2-3 goals up. Yeah, I want to be positive because we won the game and we kept a clean sheet. 3 games, 3 clean sheets in the Champions League. So that side you got to stay positive with. But I don't get this thing. If a guy is playing crap, yeah, he don't take the penalty. Definitely when he's not your penalty taker. Yeah, because the confidence in the game and stuff is not there. If Saka's having a poor game, it's different. We see him week in, week out when he gets the penalties, slot him in. That's different. But Trossard hasn't taken one for club for 3 years or something like that. Why is he taking the penalty? I think that was a poor decision, whoever made that. Once again, he scores that goal. We might even get a 3rd goal, and then the game looks a bit different. Us as fans, the players all have a bit more confidence. The Calafiori injury is looking like, if that's an injury, that's another peak one. We're going to need like some masterclass from Skelly against Liverpool. I just think, yeah, man, I don't know right now. Where can I see Arsenal coming back? Of course. I think anyone that thinks we'll just completely fall off, I think they're being a little bit disingenuous and a little bit reactionary. Because like at the end of the day, we've seen this kind of happen over the past few years, and it will come and go, and every team goes through this. It's just that we've got a few injuries and circumstances all happening at the same time at the start of the season. So I think we'll move past that. Liverpool could be a turning point. We could get a win, get a few players back. If Saka plays, that'll be a bonus. If Saka don't play, it's going to be a tough game. But on the game tonight, I thought there was. The first half was all right. I thought we were doing what we had to do. I think Partey was played pretty well. I know you said Martinelli. I thought Martinelli actually had a decent game. I thought he was trying. He was the one guy that was trying in the attack. I think he was trying to create stuff. But sometimes when you're the only guy trying to create and the other guys are just trash, are playing trash, it's so hard because stuff that you do, like he was putting balls in that looked good, but no one was there. Even Havertz, there was one that really pissed me off. He put the ball in the box and we have two players in the box just looking at it. I'm like, what's going on? Why are they not attacking it? I think it was Trossard and I think it might have been Moreno as well. Just looking at the ball.
Yeah, they both. Is that the one where they both pulled off? Yeah, they both pulled off.
And I'm like, what is going on? And this is the problem. And I will call out Arteta as well, because once again, try Nwaneri. This was the game really to try him out, because you got the Liverpool game coming up. We know what Trossard can do. This thing that Trossard needed confidence. No, he don't. He's been scoring goals. He's had one bad game and then he's had another bad game now, which is worse for his confidence. He's taken the confident penalty, missed. Like it's really bugged me today, man. And the reason it bugged me is because I just see a few poor decisions. And listen, at the end of the day, Shakhtar only had one shot on target in the game. Yeah, we'll probably go watch it back and be like, they didn't really do as much as we probably feel. Raya made a great save towards the end, but the point is, once again, and it's what I was a little bit critical at the start of the season from Liverpool, is that we're giving teams a chance. And that's what happens. They start grinding into the game because you're giving them a chance. We missed the penalty. Second we missed the penalty, they all got up for it and thought they've missed the penalty. It's like in your head as a footballer, people that have played the game, sometimes, when that sort of stuff happens against you, like people missing penalties and that, and it's 1-0, you start thinking, you know what, we're going to get something today.
Do you know what's funny when you say that, Giuseppe? One of my sort of biggest lessons about learning football was watching Man United versus Juventus with my big brother and my dad, 1999 Champions League winning season for us, treble winning season. And I think we were 2-0 down we were 2-0 down very early in the game in Turin, and we looked like we were going out, and my brother's a Liverpool fan, he's giving me crap, and there was a save that Schmeichel pulled off. We should have gone 3-0 down, and Schmeichel's pulled off this save. And I remember my dad just saying, you guys are going to score pretty quickly after this. And I remember being a kid. I was like 12, 13 years old. I was like, what do you mean? He went, watch. It's giving your players a boost to save. Literally, we went down the other end, got the corner. We got the very famous Roy Keane header. You saw it tonight. Real Madrid should have probably gone 3-2 down. The save gave the crowd and the players another burst of adrenaline. Literally, a minute later, they're going down the other end and score. When you're shaking your head, Sam, that happened. I actually saw it. It literally happened, Sam.
Terry, who cares? Bro, it was shit.
Hang on, it's not about whether it's shit. See, again, what you're doing here is you're looking at your overarching performance and looking at how unhappy you are. That's not what we're talking about. We are talking about a very specific part of football where your team can be in a little bit of a lull or in a bit of a problem, but hitting the post or a great dribble or a brilliant tackle or a wonderful save can give your team a burst of adrenaline that helps you. And when you say that's like, why do you care about that? It's a very important component of sport in general. This happens in fighting. This happens in, but moments happen in sport, my friend. There is every single. Okay, well, a minute ago you weren't. You were saying no, it's stupid. But I'm just.
I thought you were giving us praise, and I was like, bro, there's nothing to praise us for tonight.
No, it wasn't. It's not praise. It's talking about just what literally happens in games, and it's normal. It's a shot of adrenaline. It's a shot of adrenaline. Do you know what I mean? It's just a shot of adrenaline that you get. Sorry, Brad, go on.
Also, what didn't make sense about Havertz not taking that penalty, right, is if he had took that penalty and scored, he would have been written into the club's history books today for scoring in consecutive games at home for Arsenal. All he had to do was score tonight, and he would have. I think it was.
He should have. He should have. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's nuts that he didn't take it. Just purely on that, it's nuts he didn't take it.
Sorry, KJ's making you laugh in the comments. Stuttgart cooking, bring me wholeness in. Do you know what I'm going to say to you, KJ? You fraud. You've never watched Stuttgart play in your life, bro. What are you talking about? You're fraud. You're a fraud, KJ.
Bro, he didn't even watch the game today. He didn't even watch the game today.
By the way, just a disclaimer for everybody watching. That's a bit of banter. It's a joke. I don't really think KJ's a fraud. I hope you all understand that it's a joke. I've got to start. Have you seen the disclaimers I'm making? I've got a voiceover person doing the voiceovers for him because people are losing their minds on socials. I tell you, guys, I'm going to go to some of these super chats. I don't want to ignore these.